You are now entering the Rawrrzone.
What up? It is your girl Cee Flame here with Rawrrzone representing Galore, Valor, as you know, it's supposed to feel like that. And we are here with, can I get your name one more time, brother?
Ray Pearson.
One more time?
Ray Pearson.
Ray Pearson, all right? So now we're just gonna ask you a couple of questions if you don't mind. So, Ray Pearson, who are you? What do you rep? And tell me some more about yourself.
I'm a Puerto Rican Latin hip hop slash hip hop artist originally from the Bronx, New York, and podcaster.
Nice. Okay. Awesome. So, being that this is a charity event, I wanted to ask you some questions based around community and artists in the community and representation. So, after telling me that, how do you look at community service? What do you define community service as?
Giving back to the community, not expecting anything in return out of the kindness of your heart, and just helping out those in need.
Awesome. I do believe in that too. There's sometimes like as artists, like we have conversations about how our music reflects, and it's a whole stigma like it has to be super community sounding music to represent that. But do you feel like your music represents community in any way? And if so, like how would you describe that?
They always say like make the music that you want to hear. So I try to make music from a perspective of life experience, storytelling, taking something that somebody has gone through and applying it to my music, see how it connects to me as the writer.
Yeah.
And just trying to create what people can relate to.
Yeah, I think that relatability factor is so important, and that's also community, right? Like community is about relating to each other. So awesome, I love that. Let me see what else is there. I wanted to ask you.
Like.
Yes, so for the cause today, right? The Giveback is for a friend of Kat's who passed away from sarcoma cancer. And fuck cancer first and foremost. We all hate that, right? I just want to know if this is a personal question to ask you. Do you have any family members that you lost that gave you some inspiration to keep going as a creative also, to give you drive?
All the time. Time is precious on this earth, and so you want to cherish every second with everybody, every one of your loved ones. Every death affects you. What you take away from it and apply it, that's what matters the most. Grief, everybody goes through grief, but it's what you take from it. What were you, keeping the person's memory alive is how you keep them alive in your heart. So it all depends on what you take from the passing. But everybody, every death, it's inspiration, it's influence, and what you want to take from it. Again, it's all about like making music that's relatable, that people can relate to.
And how do you define relatability? Sorry. How do you define being relatable to the community, like through your music? Like, what are some examples in your music that represent you as a person, you as your borough, your town?
What you go through on every day, waking up in the morning to go stand at a bus stop in 30-degree weather, who you interact with, the type of struggle you go through, how much is in your wallet, how are you able to survive with about $25, what's priority over what's not that important. What's not important can wait. What's important is what you need to survive and what you need ASAP. Things of that nature is how someone can relate. Slipping on ice when you're carrying a car in a Vegas. Not everybody has a car, not everybody drives Uber, not every it's just things like that where it's like, wow, like that just happened to me the other day. So it's like, speaking from a perspective of what everybody else is going through that you've already gone through or still going through.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, let me see if there's something else I might have forgotten. I'm sorry to get off camera. Just 1 second. Let's see. Yeah, I think that was just really important how everything was covered just now. I feel like everything is about relatability and those simple everyday life experiences that we have in representation in music. I love that you're one of the artists. I know that your music does represent community also. Super important for every artist to know that. That's key. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. Oh, so one time before we sign off, tell me what's your name, who you rep, and where they could find you.
Absolutely. Ray Pearson. I represent Caged Music, Uncaged with Ray, Gorilla Talk Podcast with KDK. You can find my music everywhere on all music streaming platforms, www.itsraypearson.com. Suave.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Pearson.